I forgot to pause the Switch. Oh, sorry. It sounds like the Switch and the music were probably mashing up together. That's what a good time. Maybe that was just on my end. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Mario Maker Mornings, everyone. I am your host, Patrick Klepek. We need to hop back on the train. Hello, where are you, train? Choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo 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 choo, choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Choo 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 choo. Oh, thank you, Silver Streak, who says they're just back from a cruise, just in time to use the Prime sub again. Thank you. Where'd you go? What was your cruise? I've never been on a cruise before. My wife is deeply motion sick. She went one time, like put on two of the, those like bands you can put on your arm. And apparently it worked. Like she was fine as long as she wasn't hanging out on the edge of the boat. TG91 GRJ 34G. Cosmic Young, Mutant Year Zero is on Xbox Game Pass. You recommend? I absolutely recommend. That is a great game. Sorry, I'm a little bit of sniffles. Mutant Year Zero is a great strategy game. If you, like me, listen to Austin and Rob play strategy games and go, wow, the way they talk about those games means I could never play them. But you can. Mutant Year Zero is like, it's very XCOM, like it's a very basic strategy game. Not that there isn't depth or nuance, but like you'll be fine if you're one of me. No, I'm not sick. I just was walking my dog outside. And so, my nose is acting up. Robo Disaster, good morning. It's the first stream I've been able to watch in a month due to work stuff, and I'm very glad to be back. Welcome back, Robo Disaster. I know that, people's lives are busy. Great first start. And Nate, man. I got it right this time. Out here saying, you got this, Patrick. Thank you. All right, I need to... I literally got to get those fingers warmed up. So outside in the cold. It's not that cold, though. Compared to what it was a couple of weeks back, where it was like 6 degrees out. I'll take it. Like it's 29 degrees, and it's not really sunny, it's cloudy, but look, that's what living in the Midwest is all about. Is you go, oh, 29 degrees and cloudy? Beautiful. You just get used to a certain kind of weather, and it's fine. Soon, Patrick wearing a t-shirt at freezing temperatures. Well, I wore a jacket outside, but yeah, sometimes I get annoyed that during the winter months, you can't wear t-shirts anymore. And so, especially because I work from home, so I'm just in here with the heat on. Sometimes I wear a t-shirt. That was a good run, though. That was a good run. I just didn't quite nail that final landing. Aww. That is a good run, Harley. T20 thoughts. Hoodies deservers are your best friends in the winter if you like t-shirts. Yeah, I don't really own a lot of hoodies. I just don't. I think I own like 1 or 2. Yeah, that was not the case when I was a teenager. I owned a lot of music ones. That was like what I would usually buy when I went to a concert. Was like, could I afford the $45 to $60 for a hoodie? So I had like At the Drive-In, Weezer, a bunch of others. Although I never saw At the Drive-In live. At the Drive-In was one of my favorite bands growing up. And around the time when I could start going to concerts, At the Drive-In broke up. I did see the Mars Volta live, though. Batterati, I also picked up Xbox Game Pass for PC for The Outer Worlds, and also available there are Wargroove and Into the Breach. I'm not a strategy game aficionado, but Wargroove's been kicking my butt on normal. Tried Into the Breach last night on easy, and I'm liking it. I didn't particularly care for Wargroove. I wanted to like Wargroove a lot, but you know, I put in a couple hours. It just never quite clicked for me. I know they did a lot of quality of life improvements because a lot of the frustrations I was having was over like a mission that was taking 40 minutes falling apart in the last 5 and having to start all over again was kind of taking me out of it. And I know they put in a checkpoint system, so that might have fixed some of the issues that I had. Like literally, like if you described to me Wargroove, I'd be like, absolutely, that's gonna be one of my favorite games of the year. And then I put in like 4 or 5 hours and just kind of walked away from it. Ah! Okay. I'm trying to take some signs of encouragement that I have, I seem to be nailing that jump with a little more consistency. And we're getting further along earlier. Thank you, Adam Day. Adam D. Subscribed for 3 months on a 2-month streak. Choo choo. Thank you. I panicked. Ah! Hey Siri, turn on coffee warmer.
Okay, the coffee warmer is on.
Thank you. At some point, I'm probably just gonna relent. So people who've been watching Mario Maker Mornings, they know that I'm a big fan of this like Mr. Coffee warmer that I bought on Amazon. It's like $10. You plug it in. It's just a little warm little hot plate for your coffee mug. It's great. Then I don't have to spend. Coffee gets cold so fast, and I like it in a coffee mug. I know that you can put it in a thermos that would keep the heat all day, but I like coffee mugs. That said, like every time I go to Target and I see those like electric coffee mugs, like the ones that keep it warm by themselves, I think about it. The problem is I like having a diversity of coffee mugs. I like that, like today I've got this one from Las Vegas, this breakfast place. I like that another one, I've got my Mario Maker Mornings coffee mug. So getting like the Bluetooth coffee mug or whatever that you can control with an app, which just seems goofy, but hey man, gotta keep that coffee warm. Ember. Yeah, Ember. That's what it's called. See, Cola Maniac gets it. Increase the room temperature so the coffee cools down slower. That makes more sense. I'm just gonna crank up that heat to 80 degrees and I get an extra 5 minutes out of that coffee. Stinker. Britannica. I have a mug that keeps coffee warm. It's good and you don't have to run the app if you don't want to, but I do miss my other mugs with pictures on them. Yeah. Yeah. But what I'm thinking is like the compromise, like maybe I, you know, why not both? On the weekends, I'm not sitting at my desk, right? Like, on my weekends, I'm walking around the house. I'm with my daughter. I'm in the kitchen. Like, I'm playing in a room in different parts of the house. And maybe I would just keep the day mug. Day mug, yeah. Down at in my office space. Dr. Cried 98, you just yelled at a voice assistant to turn on a coaster. I don't know if you can make fun of Bluetooth mugs. I'm not making fun of them. I understand the practicality. I'm talking about how it's a boring design. It's just like a white coffee cup. Spinning mine goofy, but it's one more Internet of Things device that can be part of a DDoS botnet attack. Man, yeah, but I'm screwed. Yeah, whatever I'm contributing to the DDoS culture at this point, I'm screwed on. Might as well just keep piling on. Thank you, Nutty Badger. I like this. The memeing of life. Keep your coffee in a thermos. Pour it into a mug. Honestly, not the worst do-it-yourself solution. Oops. Apologies. Hold on. Let's go ahead and go away. Go away, notification. Bye. Get out of here. Go away. Alright, Slack is muted. Apologize. But hey, you know, I'm just trying to keep everyone on their toes, make sure if you got any Slack messages you need to check. Just putting it out there. See, if you get a little too far ahead of it and then do the jump, it's like there's just such an elaborate timing to... BSB Care 1. So this is how it is for big city subway commutes, right? Just ride around shelves and jump around over people? I think so. Based on the way people talk about the New York public transit, that's like literally all I can assume. Come on. Now that I need my like washer and dryer to be connected to the internet, but I constantly forget when they're supposed to be done, and then I'll end up leaving like, you know, clothes just sitting in the washer and dryer for longer than they probably should. I wish I knew when they were done. This is, you know, I'm 33 years in, 34 years in. If I'm not remembering it at this point, like, it's not like there's not like a room for improvement there. I won't remember to do the timer. People are like, oh, just set timers. I won't remember to do the timer. Or I'll say, oh yeah, I'll go do that at my desk. You know what I won't do? Set the timer at my desk. We all have our limitations. You know? I know where mine are. Look, I know you can learn and improve. I'm out here doing ab workouts. I'm doing planks. So I get it. But, you know, my short-term memory is terrible. So bad. Unbelievable. Yeah, see, JBig89. I will set a timer for laundry. Then when it goes off while I'm working, I turn it off in annoyance and forget about it. See, that's, yeah, okay, well, we can't fix that part in neither of us, because that's also absolutely something that would happen, is that get, you know, the notification, hey, your clothes are dry. I'm like, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Cut to 6 hours later. Ah, the clothes are dry. I guess you could keep going. If you manage to get that shell, you could kind of cheat that section, huh? So I'm definitely getting to that next section with some more consistency, which is encouraging, but I don't feel like I'm getting the jumps that I really want, which means I'm launching with not the right sort of trajectory. Nah, I knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. I was playing with fate. Broken Toaster Kid. My dryer is a fun feature where it makes... sorry. Started reading it when I needed to pay attention. I feel like if you... I don't know that you have time to like be on the bleeding edge of that. Of the train. Just not really sure how to handle that next jump. Gotta remember to duck, too. When you get on, duck. margin for error there is, teensy. I don't know if I need to air brake, where I'm altering Mario's momentum during the jump, or... I consider that progress. I think technically made it on the train, and then I slid off. Because the nice part during this first sequence is you have a lot of, I was hoping I could put the helmet on my head and, I could at least run through the next part of the level and see what was there. I wonder if I'm... So I've been trying to do a big jump over the claws, and I wonder if maybe there's a more precise jump. No, there's not. You gotta do the big jumpy. Okay. Like, I can't duck through it, right? Like, I can't just, like, cheese a duck. If it's low enough that it's catching the shells, it's certainly going to be probably low enough that... I'm going to try ducking. Just want to see what happens. I don't know why I'm doing the duck when I get over. All that's doing is... Okay, no. Can you spin jump over? But what would the spin jump do that's different than... There might be something there. So the point, the problem I'm trying to solve is when I'm coming off the big jump, you have just an enormous amount of momentum, and it's hard to like get back, go forward. And so I'm wondering if I can stay forward, do a short hop, and stay on the train. Will you destroy the train if you spin jump? That's a good question. I probably would, wouldn't I? I don't know what happens if you spin jump onto it. Guess I could find out right here, huh? Not really enough time to spin jump. Thank you to Uncommon Faucet for subbing. Can't really spin jump on there. Stop it, Patrick. It's like no way for me to like test this in a easy way. Everything moves too fast. See? Okay, so you kind of can do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily easier than what I was trying to do. But the spin doesn't kill it. We did learn that. Coal Maniac, but you lose the momentum. Well, that's the thing. I want to lose the momentum in the section that I'm trying to adjust for. The momentum is like proving to be the problem. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. That stinks. Yeah, okay. So when you successfully do the spin jump back on, the way that those shells push you is not great. All right, so that's not going to work. Alright, potential solution taken off the table. That's so... Whoo! That's so hard to get Mario to stop on that thing. Huh. I need to do the same thing that I normally do, which is you turn to the other area, or to the other direction. I panicked. I panicked. If I had just calmed down. But so what? You gotta jump through those thwomps. It seems like maybe you're basically there at that point, right? I don't think you go up through the door. I think you, if you'll notice at the end of that section, there were, I believe, all of the whatever was shooting the cannons that were shooting the shells are gone. It seemed to be replaced with some. When you hit the switch, it seemed to change something. Only giving you 3 shells to work with is just... It gives you so little wiggle room for navigating Mario. Like, that helmet actually would be useful. It's the only reason I made it as far as I did. Nate, man, a scale of 1 to red with Steve being the lowest, how sick this level are you? I'm not sick of it. I'm not even that frustrated. It's just, it can be exasperating. So you'll see how much Mario moves forward if you duck forward. I'm not even mad, I'm laughing. And so you're using the... So you're using that, you're turning him and running the other way to blunt that momentum. And you can do it. You can jump and more or less keep him within like a 2-shell radius. But it's hard. Because you need the momentum forward and then you're like, you know, like yanking it back. So you can see here, like, I'm more or less keeping Mario in, you know, you'll notice like those first couple jumps, like Mario's more or less staying in the center. And so really what's, you know, not much is changing when you're taking out the shells. It's more that, like, aesthetically only seeing 3 shells just is scarier. Cynical Monkey 99, my 8-year-old watching has asked, why don't you just get off the shells, Patrick? It's a great question. I've been trying to do that my whole life, 8-year-old, and it just hasn't worked quite yet. In my upcoming memoir, Get Off the Shell. Oh, come on. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ah! That's the part, man. That's the part in the level. That's the one that is gonna haunts me in my dreams. Come on. The claws have a surprisingly long reach. Yeah, look at that thwomp with the mean face. Once the claws grab the first two shells, will they still grab you? If you're not holding B, I don't know. Hey, yeah, presumably. Excuse? 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 So if you gotta let go of run, so you don't grab it, and it can't be in the first two. I don't see any reason why you couldn't repeat that. It would do the same thing over again. Oh man, that would be transformative. I think it'll work. I think it'll work a second time. So you're saying there's a chance. Cool. Okay, Patrick, that's just... What are you doing? Change that muscle memory. I mean, it doesn't matter on that first one, I guess. You know, I've done that jump so many times that... Okay. What was I doing? Broken Toaster, what if I simply cancel the class I have to use so I can watch this instead? Hey, look, I'm educational. I don't swear. Just, I'm a journalist. You know? This is, look what journalism has been reduced to. This man pivoted to video. Murder? Whoops. Come on, Patrick. You want to hit that jump. I'm regressing on that jump. Ooh. Broken Toaster Kid, we're writing a unit on world literature. Well, this is a a Japanese video game. So, and is video games nothing if not the stories that are told when I play Mario Maker levels, you know, they don't happen in the written word, but they are stories nonetheless. Do we know what happened there? Oh, I was holding run. I was holding run. I was holding run. So it's not that it didn't work. It's that I messed it up. So if you're holding run, that's also the grab. And so when it gets grabbed by the claw, you grab the shell, then Here in Mario Maker mornings, you grab the shell, and then the claw grab you. Don't make fun of my accent. I'm an aspiring actor. That's Mr. Momentum. That's Mr. Momentum's accent. Ah. Nico, my cousin. Ah! What? I was not holding B. Really? It doesn't work on the other way? Oh, that is dispiriting. The claws, friendly truffle, the claws are moving, so they probably have different momentum. So why are they moving here? Is it because you've put them into motion and the level is keeping that in mind? Oh, they're on a pendulum. So there's just okay. Well, I get there's a coin trail on it. There's a coin trail on the first one, too. This is me cheating the system on that first one. I was just hoping I'd found a cheat around the second one. But it appears that I have not. It appears that I have to jump. Let's see, who's it? Nate Man says, try to be on the last shell. You were standing on the second to the front, so it grabbed you instead. That's a good point. Like, I'm not willing to give up on this cheat. Like, so Mario is, like, I don't think there can be randomness in terms of, like, how that claw moves. So there is a world where it's like, if you stand on this shell, you'll skate through. So we're gonna try Nate Man's theory. I'm not willing to give up on this quite yet. Okay, it's possible. It's possible. So what? Was I between? I'm not, thank you to Ashley Jack Ryan for subbing. I don't particularly remember where exactly I was situated. I think it was between pretty close to the last shell. We're so close to the end here. I think. Just gotta jump those thwomps. And then I think you duck. I bet you could cheese a Shelmet at that spot too. Yeah, you probably could. But to do that with any consistency is, I think, gonna be beyond my abilities. Do people think we need to go back in the door? Or do we go to the end of the level? Bacon, why not jump over the claws? Because it's hard. It's really difficult to adjust Mario's momentum in that particular sequence. So I've been trying to look for a way to give myself a little more control. Certainly some arguments over whether I should just continue to work on the jump or continue to try and make the shell work, but I don't feel great about the jump. I mean, obviously it's possible, but I feel more confident in my ability to more continually pull off the shell escape than I do to pull off the jump. Like as Nate Man points out, the jump has only worked once, and it's not that I can't get over the jump. Like, the jumping over the claw is not the hard part. The hard part is regaining Mario's momentum, or readjusting his momentum onto 3 shells, is just extraordinarily difficult. Whereas I think trying to position him on the shells to get through, it gives me a better chance at the obstacles ahead. Whoop. Coffee. We need coffee. That's it. If I just had another, you know, that's an extra sip of coffee. It's gonna put me over the edge. Make my hands a little more shaky. Just, Mario, put your booty in that spike. Neosia, shell exploit seems like it's flying too close to the sun. That's like my entire experience playing Mario. I'm not a Kaizo player. I'm not an expert, and yet I try and play levels that are outside my grasp. Flying too close to the sun is just what this stream is all about. Batterati, apologies if you've already said this, but how do you take your coffee, Patrick? Black as the night, cream, sugar, black. Nothing in it. Stay out of my coffee. When I first started drinking coffee, I didn't drink coffee till I was in college because my now wife did. Stinker. So at first I was putting just tons of cream and sugar in it because I did not like the taste of coffee. And then I slowly kind of just started weaning myself off that. And I mean, it's still to the point where I'm never going to sit and argue that, like, yeah, so a nice, delicious cup of coffee. Like, coffee is more or less just like a, you know, a means to an end for me. Like, it is what it is. Alright, 5 more meaningful deaths. Ooh! Alright, again. Shell method is the method. That's 1. I will not be convinced otherwise at this point. Shell it is. It's a little finicky, and it is possible that you're not, like, the way your jump lands means you won't make it there. But I think for the times that I do, I think it's going to be worth that being the approach. Dr. Heckler, you've never had a cup of black that tasted a way that put a big dumb grin on your face? Yeah, there are times, but I'm just like, oh, this is great. I really could have used this. It's just that, like, coffee just doesn't do anything for me taste-wise. And like in the spectrum of things that I'm gonna pay, like, it's also possible that if I paid for better coffee, maybe I would have maybe a better appreciation for it. But like in the spectrum of things I want to spend my money on, like a good coffee is not it. Like there are so many other things I'd rather spend my money on. Like finally breaking and buying another Nintendo Switch dock so that I'm not constantly shuffling my Switch from upstairs where I play Ring Fit and downstairs where I stream Mario. And every time I looked at how much a new Nintendo Switch dock costs, I said, no, thank you. I will just keep moving it up and down. And I just got so tired of it. At least you can buy a refurbished dock from Nintendo for $40, which seemed not terrible. It's not great. That seems like a lot for a piece of plastic with an HDMI cable. But all the cheaper third-party ones scare me, and I don't want to brick my my Switch, so. I was too far that time. 2. Whoa. Neo SE, I used my phone charger for my Switch for a long time before I realized I shouldn't do that, and now it crashes sometimes with a weird error. Really? Like the power consistency on the Switch is such that... If you use a different USB-C cable, it gets funny? I don't know why I keep jumping. Is that 3? Was that 4? That was 4? Three, okay. Oop. Oop. TXK Sororin, I came very close to buying a third-party adapter, but heard the horror stories just in time. Yeah, I just decided not to risk it. Saving 15 bucks on a third-party adapter at the expense of a, you know, a $250 device or whatever Switch costs these days, didn't seem worth it. So, and plus, it was, when I looked at GameStop, they had used Switch docks for $70, and then on Nintendo's online store, it was 40 bucks, $5 shipping, so I couldn't just like go to the GameStop down the street. But it shipped out in one day. I haven't gotten it yet, but presumably sometime. I didn't go far enough. That's 4. By the way, do you have or can anyone corroborate any positive stories about the Insignia version? No, I don't. I haven't done the research on that, so. At this point, like, I mean, look, I agree. Nintendo's accessories on the Switch are financial murder. It is ridiculous how much anything additional costs. Shh. There's progress! There's progress! All right, one more time. Oh, I'm so close. So there is one more jump, right? So past the thwomps, then there's another one. With two of the enemies, I can never remember the names of those enemies. There's like the chompy chomp plants. Munchers, munchers, munchers. Ah, okay, that's it. Thank you for watching Mario Maker Mornings. We're so close. We're going to crush this level on Monday. Thank you for watching. You can find the archives at youtube.com/PatrickKlepek 24 hours after they happen. On Twitch, you can follow everything in real time at twitch.tv/PatrickKlepek. You can follow me on Twitter at Patrick Klepek. Follow my writing at waypoint.vice.com. If you sub, you are supporting my daughter's college education. If you can't sub, it's cool. Just enjoy the streams. All good. Thanks to Hasoon and RoboWitch for modding. Thank you to me for, not me. I don't know who came up with there was someone in the chat who suggested the idea of like, what if you just let the claws take the shells? And then I decided to experiment with it. So whoever you are, I don't know who you are. Thank you for that suggestion. It is actually going to be the key that gets us to the end of this level. I'm excited. We're so close. Just I think two more jumps to go. Nate Man. I think Nate Man was the one who did it. And I got his name right this time. So thanks everyone for watching. We will be back on Monday.